Hi everyone, in today's video we'll be doing some standing strength poses. So just begin standing on your mat in mountain pose. Take a moment to roll your shoulders back, core really strong, legs strong. Keep a micro bend in the knee and keep reaching up through the crown of your head as if there's a string pulling up on your spine. Take one more breath here. And then on your next exhale, bend your knees, raise your arms up in front of you. You may want to bring your feet a little closer together and sit back as if you're sitting in a chair. Keep your core really strong, really engage your glutes, and keep squeezing your thighs together. And exhale, come back to standing. Roll your shoulders back, mountain pose for one breath. And exhale, bending at the knees, sitting back, legs parallel to the ground, chair pose. Entire body engaged, core really strong. Tucking your tailbone in slightly. And on your next exhale, rising back up, roll the shoulders back, mountain pose. One more breath in this strong standing pose. It's still active even though it doesn't look like it. And then inhale, arms up, sit back as if you're sitting down in a chair. Breathing into the chair pose. And then inhaling, coming back up. Standing once again in mountain pose, taking a couple breaths here. And then inhale, reach your arms forward, sit back into chair pose. Take one breath. And then put your hands in prayer pose in front of you and take your left elbow to the right knee, pressing the palms together for a slight twist. Keep your legs really strong here. Don't let your knees come too close together. And make sure that your left hip is still hitched back and not coming forward at all. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling out the nose. And coming back to center, folding forward over your legs. One breath here. And then inhaling, slowly rising back up to mountain pose. Now we'll repeat on the opposite side. So take one breath in mountain pose here. Shoulders rolled back, legs strong. And then on your next inhale, raise your arms out in front of you. Sit back as if you're sitting into a chair. And then press your palms together in front of you. And then twist to the other side. So the right elbow comes to the left knee, pressing the palms together strongly, keeping the glutes really engaged and making sure that the right hip isn't coming forward at all. So the knees should still be aligned. One shouldn't be further in front of the other at all. And just breathing into this side twist. And exhale, fold forward over your legs. Hands can be on the backs of the calves, letting your neck hang. Now inhale, plant your hands on the mat and step your right leg back, knee coming down to the mat. For low lunge, place your hands on either side of your left foot. And just feel into the low lunge, making sure that your hips are squared. And now place your right hand a little closer to your left foot, center in the mat, and reach your left arm up, turning to look to the left as well for a twist. You can either stay balancing on your toes with your right foot, or you can place your foot flat on the mat, pressing in with that leg. So your legs are really strong here. Just breathing into the twist. And then exhale, hands to the mat. Place your left hand on the inside of the left foot and reach your right arm up for a twist on the other side. Not pushing any further into the twist than what's comfortable for your body today. And on your next exhale, place your right hand back down on the mat, tuck your right toes under, and push so that you are now in a full lunge. Make sure that your hips are facing forwards, back leg really strong, and then inhale, raise your arms up overhead, hands clasped together with the pointer fingers pointing upwards towards the sky. Now one more breath in crescent lunge pose, and then push off with your right foot, take a tiny little step forward, plant your right foot on the mat so that your toes are off to the side, not in a full 90 degrees, but just slightly to the side. And then inhale your arms up overhead for Warrior One. Our legs are really strong here, almost as if we're pushing the mat apart with our feet, with the left knee stacked over top of the ankle. Now let's go into Warrior Two. So bring your right foot so that it's pointing directly out to the side, 90 degrees, and turn your hips so that they've opened to the side now. Arms come up parallel to the mat. We've still got that bend in the left knee, and now gaze forward over your left fingertips. On your next inhale, slide the arm down the left leg and reach your left arm up, straight above you, and gaze up at your raised fingertips. Legs are still really strong here, pushing into the mat for Exalted Warrior. Exhale, bring the left arm forwards so that it comes down and the elbow rests on the left knee. And bring your right arm up overhead, extending to the side for side angle pose. Exalted Warrior and side angle give us a really nice stretch in the sides of our bodies. One more breath here. And then inhale, engage the core, come back up to center, point your left foot forwards again. Keep your arms out to the side and keep your feet spread wide for 5-pointed star. Now turn your left foot out to 90 degrees again, and then press your hips to the right as you extend your torso to the left, lengthening through your left fingertips. Keep your spine long as you lower that left arm down towards the left leg, raising the right arm up towards the sky. You can also turn your head to look up at your right hand. Make sure that your shoulders aren't forwards over your legs. They should be stacked on top so that your body's on one plane. Now inhale, engage the core to come back up to standing in 5-pointed star. Point both the feet forwards again. And on an exhale, hinge at the hips and fold over your legs. Hands can come to the back of the calves, or they can reach towards the ground. Fingertips may be supporting you in the ground. And take a couple breaths here in wide-legged forward fold. Legs really engaged. Just feeling the stretch in the backs of the thighs and the glutes, especially in the hamstrings. On an inhale, engage your core and slowly lift back up until you're standing. Reach your arms out to the sides again for 5-pointed star. And now turn your right foot this time so that it's at 90 degrees, pointing to the front of the mat. Now drop the left knee to the mat this time for low lunge, placing your hands on either side of your right foot, and then plant the left hand center in the mat, lifting the right arm up towards the sky, gazing up at the right fingertips in this twist. Left foot can be engaged with the toes pressing into the mat, or you can flatten the foot so that the top of the foot is pressing into the mat. Really strong legs here, pressing into the mat for balance. Then exhale, the right hand comes back down and then to the inside of the right foot. Inhaling, the left arm comes up for the twist on the other side. Pushing that left shin into the mat and grounding through the right heel. And then on an exhale, bringing the left hand down to the ground again. Tucking the left toes under and pushing up, left leg really strong, and coming up to a lunge. The right knee is bent, pressing out through the back heel. Inhale, arms overhead with the hands clasped together with the pointer fingers pointing up towards the ceiling. Really pressing out through the left heel, making sure that your tailbone isn't lifting at all, keeping the core nice and strong. Now step forward slightly with the left foot, planting the foot flat on the mat, pointing slightly out to the side, squaring the hips to the front, bend in the right knee so that the knee comes close to stacking over the ankle but not any further forwards. Inhale, arms up overhead for Warrior One. Core nice and strong, pressing up through the feet so that you're pushing your mat apart with your feet. Now turn into Warrior Two, so opening your hips up to the side. That left foot now comes out to a 90-degree angle, so pointing at the side of your mat. Your right knee still stays bent with the knee over the ankle, and lifting the arms to be parallel with the floor, extended out to the side. Take a moment to make sure that your torso is directly over your hips and that your arms are even, gazing over your right fingertips. Now inhale, reach your right arm up towards the sky as the left hand slides down the left leg for Exalted Warrior. One more breath. And then on your next exhale, twirling the opposite way, so bringing the right elbow over to the right knee, and the left arm comes up and extends to the side for a nice side stretch. You should feel this all the way from your hips up into your shoulders and arm. Then on your next inhale, engaging the core and rotating back up to standing upright. Point the right foot forward, keep the arms out to the sides, coming back into 5-pointed star. Take a breath here, and then point the right foot out to the front of the mat again, and exhale, bending over to the side so that the right hand slides down the shin towards the mat for triangle pose. And making sure that the chest is over top of the legs so that your body is on one plane, so the shoulders aren't coming forwards, they're in line with your legs. Inhale, engage the core, coming back into 5-pointed star. Point the right foot forward again, and then on an exhale, put your hands on your hips, hinge forward over the legs, the wide-legged forward bend. We'll take a few breaths here, just allowing the whole upper body to relax if you can, keeping a slight bend in the knees. You can point the toes slightly inwards. It can help give you a better grip into the mat in this pose. And keep your thighs rolled out so that your knees aren't splaying in at all. One more breath here. And then on your next inhale, engage your core, legs really strong, rising back up into 5-pointed star. Arms out to the sides. Deep breath here. And now walk your feet back to hip width distance apart. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead, and exhale, hinging at the hips for a regular forward fold. And just notice how your legs feel and how this feels different compared to the wide-legged fold. Taking another breath here, allowing your neck to hang. Exhaling your hands to dangle towards the mat. And then on your next inhale, engaging the core and slowly rolling up through the spine until you are back in an upright position. Now roll your shoulders back, ground through the feet, legs really strong. Take one long deep breath in mountain pose. And then allow your abdominal muscles to fully relax for a moment. Breathe deeply into your belly and you'll feel the nice stretch in the abdominal muscles here. And then roll the shoulders back again, back into mountain, core strong, legs strong. And inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, palms together to heart center. Thank you for joining. Namaste.